welcome to the news tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue here on UBC TV. My name is Wadulo Mark, and I will be joined by Mugalu Muhammad this 30th day of January 2020. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. In our top story tonight, police arrests over 20 working at Chireka Stone Quarry. Taking you to the East, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation takes museum to Soroti town. On international scene, longest smuggling tunnel discovered at the US-Mexico border. And in the world of sports, the World Athletics Indo event has been postponed. Well, it's always a pleasure, and thank you for joining us. In our top story today, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has awarded Ambassador Smile Chagwe, a long-serving Algerian diplomat and current Commissioner, Peace and Security at the African Union, with the Rwenzori Star Medal for his support towards Uganda and the UPDF in operations against the Lord Resistance Army. The award ceremony was conducted at Mestil Hotel in Nsambya, Kampala. This was witnessed by the Foreign Affairs Minister Sam Kutesa and the Chief of Defense Forces General David Muhoozi. Ambassador Smile Chagwe was also recognized for his role in the Regional Cooperation Initiative for elimination of the LRA in Central African Republic. He was also hailed for supporting Uganda's contribution in Somalia and AMISOM, as well as the country's ongoing war against terrorism throughout the time he has been leading the Peace and Security Department of the African Union Commission. In other news, thousands of pictures at Uganda Broadcasting Corporation's unseen archives of former president of Uganda, Idi Amin, tells a million words but about the past. Now, as Philip Aguta reports from Soroti, people of Soroti will on Friday view the unseen archives of Idi Amin as UBC takes hundreds of pictures to Soroti Museum for the people in the eastern region. We do apologize for that. Now, in our next story, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has commended the people of Bufumbira East constituency and Chisoro district for casting their ballots in his favor and all the National Resistance Movement candidates during the last general elections in 2016. He said Bufumbira East constituency gave President Museveni and the NRM 99% victory of all the votes cast in 2016. Now, the president was addressing a rally at Gatete Catholic Church in Bufumbira East constituency. The occasion was organized for the president to thank the residents of Murora sub-county for their overwhelming support to him and the NRM in the 2016 general elections. Details follow.
President Yoweri Museveni has assured the people of Gatete, Murora sub-county in Kisoro district that government will facilitate them with improved mobile telecommunications. The president donated to the people of the area 10 cows and also pledged 50 million shillings to the Gatete Catholic Parish Church.
Mwaba refutera karuru ka NRM kateraje.
Je kambishimire mwarakoze kutera karuru ka movement mwikomere mashina none.
Kumuhagire NRM yabayamba okureto kwegaita.
Mr. Museveni was happy to note that the NRM government has played its role of establishing infrastructure in the country, generally adding that in Kisoro district, an all-weather trunk tarmac road has been built. All the major centers in the district have got electricity supply. He revealed that plans are underway to build tourism roads in the area and that Kisoro airstrip will be upgraded to an airport. He also promised that government would study their request of making Uchimbiri a constituency with a view of extending more services to the area. He used the occasion to caution the population against sectarianism and noted that the people of the area voted for NRM because the movement enabled them to unite. Regarding land issues, President Museveni cautioned the people of Kisoro district against continued land fragmentation activities, noting that Wananchi live on small pieces of land because of rampant land fragmentation, whose negative effects were not sensitized to them by the previous leaders. He therefore urged them to do proper calculations before embarking on any production venture.
So okunokuguru kwa kabiri kwetasiya ya Kisoro okukubanza obuhingi n'obulisa okwa kabiri n'ebyobulambuzi.
He advised the residents to leave tea-growing activities to people who own big pieces of land and suggested to those with small pieces to cultivate onions, among other items that generate high income on small land acreages. He also said that the government is making progress in the establishment of a tea factory in Kisoro district. He also disclosed that plans are underway to establish an iron and steel plant in the neighboring Rwanda district, and that government was making progress in the construction of the Kale Memorial Institute. Turning to regional affairs, the president said that the situation between Uganda and neighboring Rwanda will stabilize as he is in touch with President Paul Kagame. Earlier, the president laid a foundation stone of the library of Kabani Secondary School in Bufumbira East constituency. He was conducted on a guided tour of the project by the area member of parliament in Sababturo. He also laid the foundation stone of Joseph Ndatira Community Resource Center that is expected to provide library, conference hall, and ICT laboratory services. Another project for which he laid a foundation stone was Bishop Barnabas Harimana Memorial Vocational Secondary School. Kisoro District LC5 Chairman Abdel Bizimana observed that President Museveni and the NRM government brought to the people of Uganda the dividend of peace, adding that the people want to continue being peaceful. He also saluted him for getting solutions to major global challenges such as the conflict in Somalia, noting that Mr. Museveni has registered big strides where other leaders have not managed to venture. Bufumbira East Member of Parliament in Sababuturo commended President Museveni for his wise leadership. Prisla Namara reporting in Kisoro.
In one of our headline stories, thousands of pictures at Uganda Broadcasting Corporation of the unseen archives of former President of Uganda, Idi Amin, tells a million words about the past. Now, as Philippa Guta reports from Soroti, people of Soroti will on Friday view the unseen archives of Idi Amin as UBC takes hundreds of the pictures to Soroti Region Museum for the people in Isan region.
This is the newly constructed Soroti Regional Museum located along Serere Road, 1 kilometer from Soroti town. From outside, the museum appears as if nothing is taking place. But UBC, with the Uganda Museum and partners, have filled the museum with the unseen pictures of late President of Uganda, Field Marshal Idi Amin Dada, VC DSO MC Conqueror of the British Empire. This was his tag name. Idi Amin government fell in 1979 with the coming of the Tanzania-led forces and UNLA.
So many people came at the Uganda National Museum. A lot of visitors, tens and thousands of visitors visited the museum in Kampala to see the stories. We got a lot of visitors from UK, from Australia, from America, who were coming to see exactly what this history of Idi Amin was. And this was because of the archive that were very well kept at the UBC. And we were very, very happy.
The facelift of Soroti Museum with archives of Amin will attract income as it tells the history with the pictures from 1950s to date.
As we shape the development of this country, people must know about their past so that they don't spoil about the present and future. So we had our problems in the past, and because many people don't know about the problems in the past, they want to destroy the future. And we have got a lot of images.
This is a continuation of what happened last year. and the innovation that UBC management has taken to revive history by using the works it has recorded either in audio form or video form or pictorial form for the last 60 years the institution has existed. So one of the campaigns was to start with one of the presidents, past presidents of this country, and that is General Idi Amin.
The decoration of Soroti Regional Museum is also in preparation for the UBC Grand Exhibition for the people of Eastern Uganda. The partners commended UBC for having kept such a rich in history pictures.
Lots of people suffered tremendously. Lots of people were killed. There was lots of death, but there was also lots of opportunity and excitement. What these pictures show, among other things, is that they're pictures that are very carefully taken to make Idi Amin look good. That's the thing. These are pictures made by government photographers. Our intention is to eventually take the exhibition to a number of international venues as well, so that it can be shared by Ugandans living in the diaspora, by Ugandan Asians and their descendants, and just by members of the public around the world.
Now, for those of you who have been hearing stories about Idi Amin, especially those who are below 40 years, this is an exciting opportunity for you, especially in Eastern Uganda and particularly in Soroti, to come and see these pictures which are communicating a lot of stories. For UBC TV News, I am Philip Aguta in Soroti.
Thank you, Philip Aguta. In other news, police has arrested over 20 stone quarters in Chereka D village, Wakiso district, for illegal stone quarrying. This follows reports from Pastor Taka Cox and Subuga for the anti-corruption unit about the likely dangers of the quarry to the residents.
The anti-corruption unit has made an impromptu inspection to a stone quarry in Chereka D to ascertain the effects to residents of the area. Police arrested over 20 on allegations of illegal mining. The victims allege that they have earned a living from the stone quarry for a long period and attribute the arrest to land disputes.
Police wejja ere kwatanga bisani ko twakubanga tuba tukola bukozi
nye tukoyo tubonyabonya fena tubonabona gwa muntu omuyo naffe tulina betusomesa.
How
much have these quarry activities affected your projects?
Immensely. Immensely, because they destroy the landscape. I cannot build.
And
their lives are endangered because of something illegal, impunity, malice.
Omuntu omu atubonyabonya ffenna atamanyi ttaka gye weriyita nze kyensaba kiri kimu abapunta bajje owa gavumenti ajje owuwajje nenanyini ttaka jje abapunta bajje bamirundi egyo.
The land conflict seems to be between Sarah Kanyerezi, a landlord, and Pastor Taka Cox in Soboga of Christ Sanctuary International Church, Chereka.
Had failed to get help from all the other lower levels of hierarchies of leadership in this country. I kept on going from one level, from the LC executive, and they received my complaint and did nothing about it or played politics about it. And then I went to the OC station, I went to the OC CID, Chereka police post. They're playing politics, they arrest people and release them. I went to the OC station, DPC in Shira Division. I went to the regional police commander, Mr. Musani. I went to the Kampala Metropolitan Police, and nothing was being really resolved. I went to Shira municipality, and I wasn't getting any help whatsoever. There's just a game going around until I went to a report to the anti-corruption unit attached to State House.
Pastor Taka accuses Kanyerezi, the landlord, for hoodwinking the stone cutters that she has never received a court order preventing them from carrying out quarrying. Pastor Nsoboga Taka says quarrying poses danger to the environment, unnecessary ditches, and can harbor thieves.
recognized that there was deep-rooted corruption in this community, within the leadership and within the people in the community, and so I could not get help. Everybody else was asking me for money to execute a court order, a court injunction that was legally issued by the Uganda High Court, Land Division, and it's not respected. There's just lawlessness and contempt of court.
Pastor Tucker claims to have reported the matter to the office of the president after concerned stakeholders failed to respond. Sudat Kaye and Idris Lukwago, UBC News.
The late Major Naomi Karungi has been hailed for promoting peace in Uganda. During the funeral service held at Bugolobi Resurrection Church, mourners described the late as a courageous team player who played a big role in the transformation of the country. Now, Major Naomi died alongside her flight crew member on Tuesday this week, as this report is going to show us.
Remains of the late Major Naomi Karungi arrived at the Church of Resurrection Bugolobi at exactly 10:30 a.m. under UPDF funeral services for the last funeral tributes. The late Major Naomi Karungi was a pilot commander in the Uganda People's Defense Air Forces who died alongside her crew member, Lieutenant Benon Wakalo, on Tuesday this week after the plane they were flying crashed in the areas of Ndese in Butambala district. Relatives, friends and high-profile dignitaries, including the former Minister for Security, Lieutenant General Henry Tumukunde, and UPDF Chief of Defense Forces, General David Muhozi, accompanied by several men and women in uniform, attended the funeral service to celebrate the life of the fallen soldier.
It's a prophet. And when we had this news, we said that we were going to Naomi's house, but we felt like we've been losing people, but it was far. So we said, now death has come close. It has taken one of us.
She believed in the incorruptible person who lives within us, as in our souls, which never dies.
Relatives of the fallen major, accompanied by Colonel Moses Ikiriza, hailed the government for promoting gender balance by allowing women take up such high-profile positions.
I want to encourage mourners not to buy into this social media trash.
We thank you for minimizing the silent gender bias, and you give Naomi opportunity to work. Without that, she wouldn't have accomplished this. We thank you.
Reverend Dina Natkunda, the day's celebrant, challenged the congregation to follow in the footsteps of Major Karungi in promoting peace in the country.
We need them to serve this country well. We need them to serve God's people well. But when time like this comes, we all take the same journey. He doesn't separate us and say, for you, you are rich, for you are like this.
Born in 1981, the late Major Naomi Karungi made up her mind to join military service in 2004.
She broke the monopoly of men, monotony of men dominating flying in Air Force. And many of us here, including VIPs, can attest to the fact that she has been a beacon.
And I will take this occasion to salute them and their contribution through Naomi here lying in state. But by the same breath, I want to salute the Commander-in-Chief in that wise investment in this important game changer, the Air Force.
The late Major Naomi will be laid to rest on Friday, 31st January 2020 at Risuru Village, Nyakashashara Sub-County in Chirhura District. Daniel Mugoya reporting for UBC News.
May her soul rest in eternal peace, and may the good Lord strengthen her family that she has left behind. Let's now take a short break and we shall be back with more news tonight. Stay tuned.
That's my little angel Rose. Together with millions of other children, my daughter Rose is assured of learning something new every day. Moses, my husband, just like many other commercial farmers, has his business supported so he can provide for us. When my other little one was on the way, even with my pregnancy complications, it was a quick, smooth ride to Mulago Specialized Women and Neonatal Hospital. Also, my new baby was able to make it through his first days with the help of specialized equipment thanks to the reliable electricity which has also been extended throughout the country. All this and more has been made possible because of you.
Join us and together let's do more for our country. Get your free tin at www.ura.go.ug.
Thank you for paying your taxes.
Uganda Revenue Authority. Developing Uganda together. Welcome to the Equal Opportunities Commission, an independent statutory body that works towards ensuring that all forms of discrimination, marginalization, and unfair treatment are eliminated. The Equal Opportunities Commission has power of court and can enforce its decisions. It is established and supported by the government of Uganda. It also garners support from development partners, civil society, the private sector, faith-based, and cultural organizations. Visit the Equal Opportunities Commission today, the home of equal opportunities for all, or call us on our toll-free line 0800 100 440. This message is brought to you by the Equal Opportunities Commission with support from the United Nations Human Rights Office.
Hi, I'm DJ Drogba. On average, almost 250,000 people die on the road in Africa each year. As a proud African, this breaks my heart knowing that so many deaths could have been avoided. So when you're on the roads, follow these safe steps and help save lives. Drivers and pedestrians share the same responsibility of keeping themselves and others safe. Your eyes and ears are your best safety tools. Avoid using electronic devices that distract your attention. Stay on sidewalks. If there is no footpath, walk on the edge of the road facing oncoming traffic. At a road crossing, stop, look both ways, listen, and then cross. And please, never play in or near roads. So when you're on the roads, follow these safe steps and help save lives. We all have a role to play in road safety. Together, let's make Africa's road safer.
Dial star 185 star 6 hash, follow the prompts and make instant school fees payments. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome back. You're still watching the news tonight here on UBC TV. Now, in the world of business, Kampala Capital City Authority has revealed plans of transforming Chanja Agricultural Resource Center into bulking and marketing space for local agricultural products. During a visit of a delegation from Buganda Kingdom to benchmark on urban farming at Chanja, the acting executive director of KCCA, engineer Andrew Chitaka, said this market will stand for agricultural products.
A delegation from Buganda Kingdom has visited Kampala Capital City Authority Chanja Agriculture Research Center to benchmark with farming practices in urban areas. One of the technologies they sought is the process of making vermicompost fertilizers which feed on rotten garbage like jackfruit, avocado and pineapple. 20 kilograms of a sack of manure is sold at 50,000 shillings.
Bulk fresh manure, fresh garbage and old garbage. They remove, you bulk the two heaps closer to each other. They remove from the older rotting garbage to the fresh ones. And that process will take only two nights.
Kampala Capital City Authority started this farm to equip farmers with skills of urban farming. Accordingly, urban population is increasing, yet the land is not. Hence, coming up with strategies to help dwellers be able to practice agriculture on small pieces of land. It is estimated that 800,000 people living in Kampala are farmers, and this farm has managed to support about 7,000 farmers. The leader of the delegation from Buganda Kingdom, Second Deputy Katikkiro Professor Dr. Twaha Kawase, said this initiative is in line with the fourth pillar of Buganda Kingdom, promoting economic growth.
Taking place here will help in alleviating poverty, in ensuring that our people are healthy and they have income in their pockets. See how it can be done, that you can be in a small area and be able to grow all the vegetables we've seen here, all the horticultural activities, and be able to...
Kampala Capital City Authority plans to make a malt bulk industry and bulking marketing center. It is currently working with 150 mushroom group.
More farmers to grow things in a standardized way, such that they can be marketed together with what we do here. We want it to be standardized in such a way that if someone is growing tomatoes out of here, they should be the same size as what we are doing here. There shouldn't be any difference.
Urban farming can be possible if people adapt to greenhouse farming for both plants and aquaculture, plus container gardens and the soilless farming for cabbages. The farm has a center for breeding pigs, trains farmers in aquaponics farming. Despite its usefulness, the local people have not embraced it, although it receives 7,500 visitors from neighboring countries. I'm Navka Farida and Sana Anet in Chanja.
News tonight. In the world of sports, Federation of Motorsport Clubs in Uganda goes to the polls this weekend with tight competition expected for all positions. The elections at which 89 delegates determine fate will be at Katikati Restaurant in Kampala.
Motorsport enthusiasts will by this weekend have new leadership after elections slated for Saturday at Katikati Restaurant in Kampala. It's expected to be a tight contest for all positions, notably presidency, which has 4 contestants, including incumbent Dusman Oki, Dipuru Pareria, Geoffrey Nsamba, and Jack Wavamuno. The biggest challenges for the incoming executive are broken down by Ernest Ziwa, himself a contestant for the Assistant General Secretary slot.
Continental and internationally, you'll find that we have the biggest number of spectators, but the issue, can they be controlled? And this is a safety sport, so can we put it to that other level? So we think that it's high time to call upon more to make the sport suitable, the environment clean, so that it can attract more sponsors and make this sport a strong sport. And the issue of transparency, it's highly needed, because when you look at this sport, you're looking at timing. People, the way we judge who wins, it is a time thing. So any case of human resource error, it means you have affected the sport. So more trainings will need to be taken on, and we should look at putting this sport going to the other level of the international way it should look at.
Other positions up for grabs include Vice President, General Secretary, Deputy Vice President in charge of motorsport, Deputy Vice for motorcycling, and Deputy Vice for Touareg. The Electoral Commission is of 3, including veteran driver Moses Lumala, Fred Obo, and David Mayanja. John Barnes, Sentamu, reporting.
Thank you, John Barnes, Sentamu, for that beautiful piece. Now let's take a look at the weather update and see what the weather is going to be like today and tomorrow.
Brought to you by NEMA, ensuring sustainable development.
Hello there, good evening. I'm Alitubela Juliet from Uganda National Meteorological Authority. Today most parts of the country have had partly cloudy skies with isolated showers, and from the rainfall report received by 9 a.m. this morning, it is indicating Tororo with the highest of 49.2 millimeters, Bududa 40.2, Soroti 13.5, whereas Masaka reported 1.6 millimeters. From the satellite image taken over Africa, it is indicating that the rain belt is diffused and covering some parts within our country, and also low pressure centers over Indian Ocean have deprived us from the moisture that would have come to our country. Tomorrow morning, we are expecting light rains in most parts of our country, apart from a few areas in the eastern where we are expecting partly cloudy skies. Later in the afternoon, we are expecting the same weather to continue in most parts of Uganda. The maximum temperatures will rise up to 29 degrees centigrade for the northern region. Around the lake, we expect a range of 26 to 27, Kampala 26, and for Kabale Highlands, we are expecting 23 degrees centigrade. And if you intend to go beyond Uganda, we are expecting Nairobi to have sunny intervals together with Tokyo and New York at a maximum of 7 in New York. Light rains are expected for London, whereas sunny conditions for Dubai. Thank you for keeping us company. Find us tomorrow at the same time. Have a blessed night.
Brought to you by NEMA, ensuring sustainable development.
Well, those were the weather updates for tomorrow. Let's now take a look at our top stories tonight. Police arrests over 20 working at Chireka Stone Quarry. Uganda Broadcasting Corporation takes museum to Soroti Town. The longest smuggling tunnel discovered at the US-Mexico border. And in the world of sports, the World Athletics indoor event has been postponed. Thank you for being with us. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold, and on sign language we had Mugalu Muhammad. Join us later on at 10 p.m. for more news in our subsequent bulletin.
Was brought to you by UCC, celebrating 20 years of achievements.